That is still present with us this afternoon, world leaders. Sometimes we don't consider ourselves world leaders, but you are. And today you are recognized and awarded, so you are a world leader. I want to especially thank my family. They're right up there at the corner. And friends that I have made today. My name is Fredah, Mainah, and I did not come from a place where there was leadership, as it were. So there were no positions of leadership in my family. But being a head of a family is also a leadership position, but it is not recognized. So I want to say how honored I am today to be at this global stage. And I want to thank the Global Empire Event organizers for giving us this opportunity. Some of us might not understand how honored or how significant this event is, because maybe you grew up being recognized as a leader. Maybe you grew up being recognized as something. Maybe at work, you have done great work and you have been recognized and awarded. But some of us work so hard at the organizations where we work, or even at home, but we don't get recognized or awarded. And so that is why this event for me is significant. I grew up in a small village in Kenya, and I was born before my country was even free from the British. And so it's also significant for me to be standing here, very significant for me to be standing here and speaking freely and speaking from a place of leadership, having been born in a place, in a community where we were not free. So to be free today and to be a leader and to be recognized and to be awarded, I am honored and I am grateful. Now, as I grew up in that village, as I was telling you about, I knew deep down within me that I was going to do something significant. I just didn't know what it was. And as I was growing, I realized that no one could live my life better than myself. And so I decided I was going to do whatever it took to be successful, to be recognized. So I studied English, being a foreign language, because I knew it was going to be an international language, because I knew I was going to be international. And so I studied English. And as I was studying English, I constantly started to notice that I was being given positions of leadership without any training. And so I started to be self-directed and start learning what that meant. What does it mean to be a leader? And then I realized that when I led myself, I was able to lead others better. And so when I went back to school to study organizational leadership for a PhD, I decided to focus on self-leadership. And today, as I speak on rooted leadership, I am using that as a call to action for everybody to take indigenous wisdom, to take authentic wisdom that you have and turn that into self-leadership, not just for yourself, like many speakers have already said, but for the whole world. So my call to action today, remember, no one can lead your life better than yourself. So lead yourself first so that you can lead others better. And so as I conclude, I want to ask everyone, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, to remember, no one can lead your life better than yourself. But even as you're doing that, I want you to imagine all the time the younger generation. How can you empower them? Because they are the future leaders. They're the future leaders. If all of us here had been empowered when we were young to become self-led and to remember that we are the future leaders, I'm sure the world would have been a better place. But this is a very good place to start. Let us all become self-led, and let us lead ourselves first so that we can lead others better, and to always empower the younger generation because they are the future leaders of the world. So I want you to also try as much as possible to empower and to have conversations with leaders so that you remind them. Let's not just build economies. We do not need leaders who are so command and control anymore. We want leaders who are self-led so that they can lead us. So that's my call to action. The younger generation and the leaders who are present wherever you are, remind them. Economies can be built and collapse, but if we build in our people, they can rebuild back that economy that we are saying today is collapsed. Thank you so much.